professionally known as TriB3RT. I'm a musical artist and I'm from Lusaka, Zambia. Specifically, MAKENI Villa. Alright, so I started music in primary school, 8th grade. I used to be in a poetry club, and later on, I discovered that I liked melodies and rhythms and just rhyme patterns. That's the reason why I decided to start rapping, and I feel like it fits me better. The likes of Kendrick Lamar, King Los, um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Locally, I would say Tim. Tim number one, greatest of all time. Followed by Slap. There was a time I was a huge fan of Slap D and Bobby East, Day Walker. There was a time I used to be a heavy fan of Bobby East. Yeah.
In terms of dressing, what do you look up to?
Not really into fashion. That's one thing about me that most people don't know. So I've always tried different things, but I think as time went on, I've discovered that I like the military kind of dressing. Anything that looks Amish, that feels comfortable to me. Yeah. All right. The music genres that I'm really into, the first one mainly is hip hop. Hip hop followed by R&B, followed by Afro, and I've fallen in love with our Zambian sound, Zamrock. That's what I'm trying to learn, and that's the sound that I really want to tap into.
Okay, then on your tracks, which you have been releasing since back then, which track have you like feel like this track's my number one track out of all your tracks?
Uh, that's a tricky one. I'll answer it this way. In terms of lyrical ability, I can always go for either 48 bars of Genesis, Venom, but in terms of just judging the whole project as a whole, starting from the artworks, the promo, the sound quality, the production, just everything in general as a whole, I'll go for Scorpion, the recent release.
Hapa mwakamba pale Scorpion hapa. Ngati changina. Okay. Uh, okay, you are basically in MAKENI. Like
Yes.
MAKENI kuno. Boma wana mga mkali ninja.
There's a guy called TriB3RT. Guy's dope.
TriB3RT, your name.
Yeah. Guys, do I last? But here's what I'll say.
Right.
MAKENI kuno, one thing that I really love about MAKENI is we have a lot of creative and talented people. Not just rappers, they're producers, they're singers, we have graphic designers, we have video editors. So as a whole, MAKENI is very rich in terms of the amount of talent that we have here. And I'm just hoping that going forward, when Twambi was able paying attention to what's coming from here. So that's the agenda that I'm trying to push.
Talking about MAKENI, do you have any beef with MAKENI? Like kuliko muntu changa kupase like okay ni ati rapa che wenga ndi back to back. Wenga ati I7 chikari.
All right. So every gun can shoot. Ingangari ni AK, ingangari ni pistol, but the point that I'm trying to draw is, like I said, there are a lot of creative and talented people here. So everyone has their ability, and I believe to their fullest potential, anyone can hit back. But as far as hip hop is concerned, such as the rapper, so currently, personally, I feel like there's no one out rapping me currently, and not just beef wise, but also just how I drop my projects, the amount of work that I put in.
In terms of you are just mentioning that like Muhammad dropping your projects? How do you drop your projects?
I feel like a lot of thought and creativity goes into the projects that I drop, starting from little things like picking my colors, yeah, artwork, structure, theme, yeah, project, Moizangalida, all that. It's not just about only from a rapper, everyone can do that, but how are you going to create a project that will draw people's attention at the end of the day and not just feel good for you as an artist, but for people to relate to and tap into a project that someone who's never heard of you can listen to and appreciate the creativity that was put into the project. So even to and it's something that I've been perfecting. I'm still learning, but from the recent release, I feel like we've done something that no any other artist has done so far, MAKENI. So I'm hoping that going forward, if anyone's going to respond or if anyone is going to drop a project,
So,
but I hope as I beating guys, it's not just about bars, but beating the whole thing as a project.
that is Scorpion.
Scorpion, yes,
So Scorpion is is it a diss track
yes.
to whom?
Uh,
You made me concern.
I would have said that, but I mentioned the name. So there's this guy, Ice Blaze, and there's Dialogue, the two guys that I mentioned. Then there were a few jabs, subliminal disses in there. I hope my guys are not good. And I'll say this maybe because maybe when I was trying to understand, but there's a line that said they call themselves gods, true but non-believer. So long as you're MAKENI and you know that you call yourself a god in some sense, that bar was touching you to a certain degree. So I don't know what to do.
MAKENI.
I'm not claiming to be a god, so you boy, you know what to do with it.
So you don't mind if anyone shooting you?
Currently, and this is a fact. This is a fact. This is not bragging. This is all fact. Currently, I'm the most dissed artist more than anyone else, and could better diss you up.
So you're in India, imagine from which guys at Kuribe and the Singapore TriB3RT is the most dissed artist MAKENI.
Fact.
So guys sent him shoot. Okay, so this track we noticed something like kuli kwese like voice note poyamba track is kuli as my voice note is praying yenda pwanya my voice note yazenze like creativity she like nasto yapanga or bwanja.
Now my voice notes are real.
Liu as an actor me mgeuzi was kamba na mgeuzi.
We had a conversation
with the girl.
So I won't go into detail about like what happened.
Was a flow kafuna or bwanja.
That's my ex.
So it's your ex to that ex.
They never dated.
Yeah, but in this now in point.
Okay. Let me just summarize. The guy was going to try
to propose.
He was into the girl. So like I said in the track, ezoepofuna gero so alatuma ko pantomime.
So anatuma guys utenda mfuniko.
Yes, and that never worked out. So it's not only after me and the girl started dating that she told me about Vinashti Kavo's background. So the girl said a lot of things, some things in Akame because of a public atmosphere, but it depends. If the guy decides to take it personal, maybe, just maybe.
So with girls anapanga effort no cool with the team guys and phone.
She told me everything. Everything. And it's
who started? Was the from with a back in girls or boy? Guys, move foot.
Me and the girl dated, and it actually ended on a good note.
Okay.
No bad blood between us, and she's a cool person. And her being someone we're not dating, someone that I used to value, someone who was once special to me, I just can't let a shot at her go unchecked. So if someone says something bad about girls, you expect me to take up that responsibility of protecting the girl. Ndiye mwenze really short. So ili mungati nyinda mroad na girls majanga kama da wewe nikamushe sister when I know that in Vama setting the girl will expect me to defend her. So that's what happened basically, yeah.
Okay. So after you dropped Scorpion, and we Zedtalks, we noticed that guys are shooting a short yakwati akufaka like anapafaka image ya mzungu.
Yeah.
La amvaika like meat nyama. Amfaka chivi nyama visa. So it's symbolizing like akakudia. You get like akakudia. So pali is a photo is what's your take?
Guys said but here's what I'll say. If that's what it did, well and good. But and I'm sure I want to maybe interview it. This is my personal advice to you. Please do such a response. Always say one, you embarrass yourself. That's the first thing. Secondly, if what I have prepared comes out, people will never look at you the same. So you dissed me 3 times and there was no damage done, right? Still here. My reputation is still intact. Now imagine if I drop 3 projects talking about you, what's going to happen to you? But at least
so even I'm drop yet almost 3 tracks ahead of you.
Yes, even I dropped Venom first, challenging the guy saying, let's have competition. It's hip hop. Let's see who can do it better. So the guys started responding. They fired back first. So whether my guy is manji, but firing, and I understood this is hip hop. This is what I expect. Guys, I don't a mistake. I don't fuck a personal job. So I'm like this I have to handle. So manji, guys, and I'm your drop of projects and this thing about your tattoo. Now verse yake MAKENI RAP TOURNAMENT.
My verses ya tatu. Inzemo kama tracks.
Yes, some of them. Nine neighbors. Like I said, sima mkonga maningi guys.
But ngasema mkonga maningi unamvera bwanji.
People send stuff to me like, what? Then I said it through. Friend of mine sends the track na I'm so I'm sure mukamba pari X stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, this is something that I need to fix. So ndiye mwe mangalire. So guys, now na akambapo maningi pari ne muri disses yake, I didn't pay attention to it. And this na muri verse yake muri MAKENI RAP TOURNAMENT and nazo play kere achieve sliding all that. So, but I knew that at some point I'll just fire back. We went for a show. I was even there supporting. I paid for my diss track. But that was just me being cool because I don't take things personal. I support. At the end of the day, choka kudu kumozi. But as far as rap, hip hop is concerned,
like
mwana kutari bad.
Ni mwana kutari.
Last.
Talking about mwana kutari. So, Scorpion. How are the views going so far? Yeah, my views like Kumaken, is it my support the bunch like music yako in terms of Kumaken?
So I haven't been that consistent, but I'll fix that.
Okay.
I have a few projects coming up, and one thing that I really liked was, despite me not dropping a personal project, I was just participating in different things, the rap tournaments, na vinangu. But despite me being quiet for a very long time, after dropping that project, the response was dope. Everyone came through. I've been checking the comments, seeing people show up, and that's really, really nice. I'm just glad that people gravitated towards the project. And one thing, vena konda ko maningi, napeskati, kulwena ngona konda the competition side of it, kulwena konda ma graphics, kulwena ngona konda che lyric video, the way it was done. By the way, shout out to TriB3RT Media for the dope lyric video. And for the sound production, shout out to Hill Beats, Rufus, and now Wakamina Sounds. So those guys are the people behind the whole project, and I'm just glad that aliyense kushevana kona ko beat, kuna kona production, kuna kona ma verses, kuna kona ma graphics na lyric video, all that. So all that collectively panga project most. That is Scorpion.
Okay, Scorpion. So how are the views like in terms of numbers?
Currently, I think. Today,
did you expect that? Or was one saying image
they were better than I expected. especially after being quiet for a very long time. So about Pescati, it'll be hitting about 400 plus views today. Yeah, so fingers crossed.
Okay, so up and now we are wrapping up. What do like my friends work? What's I expect sana? One. Is it a diss track or something different?
Diss track beef aside, because viko kudala, it's just a matter of akabweza show mozi that shall release shinang. Very kudala, but the ones that I'm really excited about is the EP. I have an EP with Divo Wakamina coming up. The title of the EP is Caffeine Music, and that project will be dropping very soon. So we already have a few projects completed, and some are still being worked on. So I'm just hoping that project kind of drop as on. It's just going to change something about how people brand themselves, how they decide to promote their music, and just music as a whole, how they carry it in general. So yeah, it's something that people should look out for, and when it drops, just hoping that people will be ready for it, because this is going to be something different.
End date
should no dates mentioned, but man, just be on the lookout. Caffeine music on the way. But before the EP drops, we'll give you a few singles here and there. So the first single that
with Divo,
yes.
So which means Divo is back in the game.
Yeah, people are about to see a side of Divo Wakamina Wakaribona, and was I on through my project, so which is gonna be dope. And it's always about growing as an artist. So I'm sure Ndeve was on to bring my projects. So the first project, something that I can tell you for free right now, is the first single to drop after Skorpion is Teresa. We have a song called Teresa. Teresa will be dropping this month or early next month. We should drop at Teresa. So just make sure that your bundles are ready, Shani. Otherwise, we're prepared.
Sharp. Yeah. Petit Fari's interviews that we. Yeah, in terms of people finding your music,
yes.
Where can these people find your music?
I'm all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, so you name it. So the only thing that I'll say is just be careful with how you spell my name. It's TriB3RT. Capital letter T, small letter R, small letter I, capital letter B, 3, capital letter E. Oh, sorry, R, then T. TriB3RT. Everywhere.
Now, about varies in terms of what? Any shout outs? Cool, my fans back, like, okay. Now, question the last thing started in terms of music, you said you started music when?
Primary school. Primary school. Back when you can yama.
How did your parents feel when you started?
They're still not okay with it, because my dad is a Muslim and my mom is a Jehovah's Witness. That's one thing that most people don't know about me. So they've always been against me being too popular, thinking that I'm just going to end up maybe doing drugs, prostitutes, or anything. I don't know. End up in jail probably. So they've never really been okay with me.
Okay, so we can shout outs.
All right.
Catch you shortly.
Shout out to the Wakamina Sound, the entire crew. Kanyama runners, by the way. Kanyama runners. Kanyam. Yes. And MAKENI, I will say a few people, there are a lot of them. So if I leave out your name, don't take it personal. We're quite at the end of the day, just that we're running out of time. So, but on top of my mind, the only people I can remember is the Black Bandana crew. Shout out to this guy, but guys, very dope. And shout out to Nox, really dope artist. And